Hi, it's me again, and I've got another question that came to me from one of my viewers, and I really appreciate it, though I did lose the thread that the person was in. So, call me out on it. If this is your question, let me know so I can acknowledge you. Anyway, the question has to do about 1031 exchanges. Well, a lot of people don't even know what a 1031 exchange is, but it's a really good tool, especially if you want to get into investing in real estate. And you'll talk to a lot of different people. It's always good to diversify your portfolio and invest in a variety of things, but real estate is pretty much always a sound investment, especially if you plan to hold for the long term. So this is what happens. You have purchased a property sometime in the past, and you've now decided that you want to collect on the equity that is in that property because you know that the value is worth more. So what you would do is hire a qualified intermediary, which is a firm that is qualified to hold the money from a sale of property so that you never touch it. Because if you touch it, you have to pay taxes on it. And this is a tax deferment strategy. So you will get the QI, the qualified intermediary, to hold the money, and then you identify another property or multiple properties. They just have to be like kind, which just means real estate. So they can be commercial real estate, they can be residential real estate, whatever, and it has to be in the U.S. So you can't trade or do an exchange for a property in another country. You have to be in the U.S. So you identify this property or properties of similar or higher value, and normally people are doing it for things of higher value because you want to keep moving up and up and up until you have really developed a good portfolio. So anyway, after you have sold your first property and you've given the money to the QI, then you have 45 days to identify another property. And then you have to close on that property or properties. Remember, I told you it doesn't have to be just one property. It could be a couple of different properties. So say, for instance, you had invested in a condo and then you sold that condo and now you want to buy two more. You could do that. So you would identify those within 45 days, and then you have to close on them. In other words, you have to purchase them within 180 days. So you have to do all your due diligence, your inspections, all of that stuff, and close on them within 180 days. And all the time, the QI has your money. And then when it comes to the sales date, the QI pays your money to whatever firm is closing those properties or that property. And then your hands never touch the money, and your taxes are deferred for a much later date, which is a good thing. So I hope that helps. I know that was like a quick explanation, and there's steps along the way, but in general, that will explain what a 1031 exchange is. Thanks for the questions. Keep them coming. I need more because I really want my content to be helpful to people and not just, fluffy. I'd like to be more, concrete. So, hit me up, let me know what your questions are, and I look forward to talking to you. Bye.